probably change the outputs too. It is up to you. Okay. Okay. If need be, like I can, yeah, I can do my do the rolls for you. Wow. No, it's not my rolls, so it's fine. Well, no, not yet. Just wait. I have a plan for that. Jesus Christ. Just wait, dog. This is session 0. Nothing. Just stay in Discord. There's not, this is not going to be like heavy combat, like kind of, you're going to have to know exactly where your character's at. This is setting up the story. So no, I mean that's session 1 kind of activity, so are we ready to get started though? All right, what am I going to get? Ooh, that's not good for you guys. Yeah, my bad. Okay. How is everybody doing tonight? Excellent. All right. So here we, yes, you are. Jesus Christ, John. Just put something there. Like just get to the point where you can go into above VTT for Mhm. Yeah, so you're playing a non-spell casting character that gets feats. So well, you've always played a magical character, but you played them as melee. So here we go. Hey, buddy. So yeah, I mean it's just essentially like getting um skills or abilities. It depends on the class and the race. Like as rogues, you're gonna get a new feat every like 2 or 3 levels, something like that. Yeah, and some of the feats are to help you in combat. Some of them are flavor for your character. So however you choose to use them. John, are you in? What do you want? Close the door. Excellent. You and your bald ass. All right, spooks. Are you ready? A tuberte? Okay. Oof. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna do session 1 tomorrow. Savage attacker for a rogue is pretty legit. Share your screen. I think it's kind of like spell slots where you can say that you can use them, but it's not going to show up. But you're fine. You and I will do this after session 0. It doesn't matter. We can adjust it. It's not important to what we're trying to do today. Jeez, why is my thing so dark? There we go. Yeah, it was really, really low. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. We are finally here playing Dungeons and Dragons again. Hooray. So as you can see, you guys there's a bit of mystery surrounding your characters. Even from the start as players, you don't quite know what's going on, and that's on purpose. Um, the players that you see here are, um, for all intents and purposes, fresh beings to the world. You awaken in kind of a dreamlike state. There's a around you is a ruins of half collapsed rock, embers, and it's dark, it's misty, and you feel like there's a sense of some form of magic around. And you awaken and you see 3 other people staring in your direction. What do you do? Okay. Where do you step towards? Show me on the screen. Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay. As you take a step backwards, you sense movement behind you, and as you look, you can see inside the hood of the statue before you a set of glowing eyes. And inside your head, you hear, "You who bear the spark, breathe deep the ashes of what was." Um, let's roll an insight check. Being a rogue, you know you've been in worse situations, and you don't really get the sense that it's gonna harm you, but that's all. And so that you notice the pillar in the center of the room, and the pillar is exuding smoke. Well, just so you know, you guys did not hear the voice. It was just in her head when she approached her cloaked figure. Okay. It is. It's much brighter than what it was before. Um, so you're starting to see the flickering illuminations of the walls surrounding you, and clearly see the pillar with the smoke coming from it. Okay. As you point to the pillar, you you see a faint glow come from the pillar as you point to it. Okay. As you approach, in your mind, you hear, "You who bear the mark, breathe deep the ashes of what was." Which go ahead and put which direction you're going. Okay. The closer that you get to the pillar, the brighter it starts to illuminate. Okay. As the two who haven't heard a voice yet approach, in your guys' heads, you hear, "You who bear the spark, breathe deep the ashes of what was." Okay. Is anybody breathing in the ash? Go ahead and roll a 4d6 and drop your lowest. Okay. Write that down. What's that? You when you see him breathe in the ash, you not only feel something, but there's a faint flicker of like an internal ember entering his body through his nose and into his chest. All right, go ahead and roll 46 and drop your lowest. Yeah, 4d6. All right, write that down. Anybody else? Okay. Go ahead and roll 46. Yikes. Okay. So, Patience, your character is seeing these three faintly illuminate as they breathe in the smoke, and you start to sense that they are um, not so much building in power, but you see them kind of get a little bit lighter in their step. And all right, go ahead and roll a 46 and drop your lowest. Write that down. So as the last person takes their first deep breath, you feel a shift in the pillar, and it turns clockwise once. The cracks in the pillar you see start to disappear, almost as if it's fixing itself. Not yet. Yeah, they're statues. All right. As you walk up to the statue, you hear the voice in your head. You have not been completed. Breathe deep. The ashes of what was. All right, go ahead and roll a 46. Go. Oh, yeah. All right. Anybody else? Go and roll 46. Spooks. All right. As you take your second breath, you hear the crumbling of rock, and the statues take a step forward. And now you hear in unison, "You who bear the spark, breathe deep the ashes of what was." And as they said their last word, the formed arm in rock points in each of your directions. You start to feel a faint glow inside of you, almost like a burning sensation. It's almost like you've been wounded, but you feel like this wound is familiar in a sort of way that you knew of in like a past life. Okay, go and roll forward. It feels like stone. All right, how big of a breath do you take? Okay, roll 4d6 3 times. Yep. Yep. I don't know, do you? Yes. As you drift off, you feel your body consuming more as you let go. And you also can roll 46 3 times. Oh no. What are there? There's 6. Okay. Okay. As you do, you feel that familiar sensation, and you also can roll 46 three times. Okay. As you do, once again, that sensation rolls through your body. Roll 46 three times. Does that finish your rolls? Yeah. Yeah. So, so no, you should only have 5. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. All right. The rest of you go ahead and roll your one last time. Now, as the last of you take your final breaths in, once again the pillar shifts, but this time it starts spinning. The cracks have all but disappeared, and the pillar is spinning faster than you can perceive. A faint glow emits from the pillar, and it's almost as if it were humming in a frequency that every single one of you can understand. And in that moment, you realize that the 4 of you are bonded until your deaths. And as fast as this pillar is moving, it stops, and a door opens to your south. As the door opens, the pillar crumbles to the ground. And at that moment, you start seeing the statues that once were solid almost turn to a flesh made of stone and start working to rebuild what once was. You see them take stone after stone, and in your heads you see, help us rebuild. That was what was. Now the door that opened, there is a door to the south. Let me ping for you guys. Ah, fuck. What was the ping thing on this? I forget. So this is approximately where the door is. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead and Hemlock and Iris, roll a perception check for me. Yeah. Come on, above VTT. You could do it. So, Iris, you don't know why, but you just can't pass. Hemlock, you sense a magical barrier, and the moment that Kalen drops the first rock, the barrier flickers and it lessens. All right. All right. All right. I need everybody to make an athletics check for me. Yep. I'm still not seeing Hemlock's roll for some reason. Oh, you got 11. All right. As you rebuild the pillar, really all you guys are doing are just tossing rocks onto a pile. The it does seem like it's kind of, one of those never-ending tasks that will um just keep going on forever. But with your 22 perception, Hemlock, after a short time, you sense the barrier fall. Do you guys choose to leave? Okay. Give me 1 second here. Now, as you guys leave, you enter a hallway. You look behind you and it's a wall, as if the wall has always been there. And when you look back towards the other end of the hallway, you hear a loud rumble. The ceiling starts collapsing. You see a light at the end of the hallway. You don't know what's there, but you have to make a decision quick because the ceiling is collapsing. All right, I need everybody to make an acrobatics check. You don't have time to do anything. Okay. Oh shit. Well, you guys either it's out of fear or extreme deafness. Um, but you do see a green dragonborn leap and bound out of the way as you guys are trying to follow as quickly as possible. You do manage to work your way through the falling ceiling and the parts of stone that are crashing beneath you, relatively unscathed. Um, as you near the light, the ceiling stops and it appears to be intact again. The light at the door at the end of the hallway gets brighter, illuminating almost a sea green color. Okay. As you step into the next room, you see a symbol glowing on the floor. Oh shit. So it it's a wrinkle in your brain that's starting to uncover from your past. And as you step towards the symbol, you feel that this is made from multiple different primal forces: elemental, death, time, light. You get a sense of extreme power behind whoever had created this symbol on the floor. You all hear, "When the forgotten rise, so too shall the world fall or be reborn." Yep. Yes. Do you say that out loud? When you say that out loud, this symbol flickers, and you hear kind of what's akin to a lock unlocking. Oh shit. Just tell me what you're doing. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay. You notice this symbol right here matches very closely to what's on your body. This is for Eris, Iris. Who rolled the 22 on religion? Kaylin. Jesus Christ. Is this going to be another animal handling thing? so so you actually know what this is. You remember reading um the symbol of the fates. This was tied to a prophecy that told the eventual undoing or fixing of the world scar. And it's one of the keys of four. Yeah. I mean, if you choose to. Yes. As you place your hand on it, instantly the symbol matching lights up on your body. And that familiar unlocking sound happens once more. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Sure. Religion or perception? So, as you were scrolling the image of um the symbols, you notice this symbol right here, not from religion, not from some sort of arcane or druidic um, sect. You are very familiar with this symbol. It's used heavily within the Silver Enclave. Okay. As you make your way and settle in front of the symbol on the floor, a hum and a glow happens, and that familiar unlocking sound occurs. Go ahead and roll a perception. You you were very hesitant to even mention this, only because of the familiarity you are with the sigils that you carry. But you notice this one right away when you enter the room. The sigil on your body glows. As it glows, the familiar click. Yes. You have the donut. It's actually donut hole or a ball sack, whichever one you want. The click happens, and you see this one, this one, this one, and this one. All four of these symbols disappear. The star pattern becomes a circle linking all four of your sigils together. As it does that, another door opens. Okay. Do you all go through the door? You see the faint glow of what appears to be light. Okay. As you enter the room, you see what appear to be ghosts. Four beings looking at one. The four beings are chanting fate or free will. Fate or free will. Fate or free will. The center being stands motionless. Yes. What are you looking for? Are you going near them or just observing from a distance? Oh, okay. Why don't you, Hemlock, go ahead and give me an insight check. What was it? Why is this taking so long? Was it a nat 20 or? Okay. So, who are you focusing on when you're looking the most? So, obviously you notice that he's a changeling. Um what you what you did see is that you could tell that he is somewhat uneasy, but when he shifted, it's almost as if that uneasiness melted away. The brightness from his sigils, the patterns on his skin, drifted away as he shapeshifted. The other thing that you notice too is that even though there's a sense of uneasiness between all four of the people who are here, you don't sense a you don't sense anything evil or inherently evil from them, but you do sense an aura of evilness growing as if it were from the world growing towards you guys. As you guys are talking, the two ghosts on the left merge into one right here, and they say, "Fate." The two on the right merge into one, and they say, "Free will. Choose." Go ahead and roll a perception check. Ooh, it looks dark over there. Okay. Yes, go for it. The only thing that you notice is that your your glyphs don't react like you know them to react against death or undying. As the four of you creep towards free will, each of you get a fragment of a memory. It's a vision of who you once were. It's like a blast of light inside your head. You start to feel familiar things come back to you as if you were remembering a fond memory. Glimpses, almost like movies in your head, of your childhood, of your parents, of triumphs and tribulations, death. All of it starts come flooding back. Your memories have been restored. As the final memory creeps into your being, here and here, the ghosts disappear. All that remains is the single kneeling ghost, unhindered. Sure. What are you doing to try to understand? Go ahead and roll perception. You got nothing. As you say that, he stands. You are torn between fate and free will. Fate is what rules us. Free will is what guides us to truth. Choose wisely. Where are you walking forward to? Yep. All right. As you step through the doorway, you feel no sensation just going into darkness. You end up right back here. As you go through the darkness, it sends you back to here. Are you going through? You end up back here. and you end up back here. Nothing. All right. As you step in 2 by 2, as the four of you come back to this location here, the statue in the middle turns to you. Fate and free will, opposites of the same circle. Fate and free will. Okay. Right. Okay. As the four of you step through the door, you find yourselves here. Don't disregard the crevice. I couldn't get it out with ChatGPT. But before you, you see two portals. One swirling emerald, one swirling ember. The sound is deafening. It's almost as if you were inside the belly of a waterfall. Inside your head, you hear the voice of the ghost in the room before you. You must choose. You set on the path of free will. Now you must make your path set in stone. One path chosen by all of free will. Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check because you've been fantastic at those. Oh. The So, how are you trying to perceive what this is? The only sense that you get from this is that it feels like a distant memory. What's your spell DC or your spell modifier? Sorry. Just in general. I'm curious. Okay. As you cast identify, obviously both of like this is a magical object, right? Um you get the sense that just as if the symbols that were in a couple of rooms previously, these are tied to elemental death, time, light. You get the sense that they are of the same magic. Not with your identify spell, no. Sorry, what was that? Through the green portal? As you step through the green portal, you come back. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Okay. All right. Check your DMs. Just him. Okay. This is what you heard as you stepped through. All right. As you step through the portal, you come back. Check your DMs. Anybody else? All right, check your DM. Are you going through the portal, Spooks? And once again, same thing happens. As the last of you come back through the portal, you feel the sound getting louder and louder. The portals disappear and merge into one, a bright, shining white portal. All right. He disappears through the portal. You don't see him again. As everybody disappears through the portal, a bright light shines as your eyes adjust. You find yourself in an expansive plain. To your right is a cascading waterfall, and to your left, a crevasse of unimaginable depth, and a path in front of you, a well-worn path that appears to have been used by many a wagon, stands in front of you. Sure, go for it. No, I thought I had the scene loaded, but apparently I didn't. All right. Survival check. You do notice like two different sets of wagon tracks, but you can't tell which ones are coming or going. But the road is large enough to fit two sets of wagons side by side. All right. And with that, we come to the end of session 0. So all of the things that you were doing in there, I was judging your rolls, and based off of your rolls, um, you are going to get bonuses to your stat rolls. So patience, you get 3 additional points to allocate to your stats however you want. So like strength, dex, con, that sort of thing. Yep, however you want. Yep. Hemlock, you get 4. Kalen, you get 4. And the songstress, you get 3. If you want, yeah, we could do that now. We could do a little set. We could do a camp montage. Yeah, and then you get bonuses to your ability score, so you can add those. Yeah, and you can add 1 to 3 different scores, or you can add 3 to 1 score, or 2 1, whatever, however you want to allocate them. Correct. As you guys chat for the evening, there's a sense of familiarity within the bond that you guys share. It's almost comforting knowing that the other three are around, knowing that you are sharing the fate of something bigger than yourselves together. How would you guys like to end the night? Yes. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. Do you choose to? Uh, John, since you're dodging this, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check. Absolutely. so so as John he gets closer with every note that he's playing on his bagpipes, and there's a slight seductive tone to what he's playing. He inches closer, and Iris, as you go to shove John, he grabs your hand in one singular motion and twirls you around, and then lets go, gives you a look, and then continues to play the bagpipes. It is, surprisingly. Yep. Okay. Go ahead and give me like a nature check or a history check, whichever's. Yes, you can. Go ahead and Give me an intimidation check. Okay. Based off of your your knowledge, based off your knowledge of the stars, and you've studied quite extensively the various star maps of Faerun. Um, you guesstimate that, just thinking of like the terrain that you're in, um, the the location of the stars in conjunction with the moon, that you're somewhere near the Great Dale. And so, uh, so Songsmith, go ahead and give me a perception check. Did we lose bids? Yeah, she's she's trying to intimidate you. So you see her glaring just the deadliest glare that you've faced in a while. Well, what I was going to say is that because you rolled an 11, you don't perceive it as deadly stare. You perceive it as come hither eyes. Alrighty, for sure. All right, go ahead and give me a performance check. All right. And then I don't even know how to roll this one. Let me see here. I was gonna say. Yeah, give me a Constitution save against this performance. Yes, Bubba.
Alarm clock said it's time to go to bed.
Oh shit! What's that, buddy?
Your alarm clock said it's time to go to bed.
Okay, but it's not though. I don't work tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, I'm still on stream right now, bub. Yeah. So with dueling 20s here, um, you are still Songsmith. You are still equally just doing your greatest rendition of a bagpipe serenade, and Iris is as equally trying to intimidate and annoy you. Yeah, go ahead. All right, so you shift into the form of um you ever see True Blood? John. No. Okay. Disregard. Think of Joe Manganiello. Here. Yeah. All right. This is who he shifts into. Let me put it in the group chat here real quick. All right, Spooks. But with like heavy tattoos. All right, Spook. I need another constant against the new image. It's getting harder to resist. so so is any what is anybody else doing during this time when we've got a peacocking songsmith? So so the songsmith just shapeshifted into Joe Manganiello because Iris failed her con save, and now she's kind of sort of getting attracted to him. Here, I'll put it in group. All right, let's roll for the final flourish. See how good this is. Are we luck re-rolling this? Oh dang. Y- you did already roll. So as you are just confident beyond all means of proper confidence, and you are hitting the crescendo of your song on the bagpipes, and you take one last deep breath to for the final performance, and as you turn and give her the wink, a bug flies into your eye, and you're just like, oh, and then the bagpipes just kind of like, wow. Oh gosh. So with that, the hey, look, at least at least there was no fucking on the first session, like. So, so with that, we the night starts to get deeper and darker. The fire flickers, and you all feel like a little bit nervous, but you're glad to be together. You don't know what the future holds, but it's going to be a shit show. And with that, we end session 0. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thoughts so far? He might make you fall in love with him. You never know. All right. Well, send me your times for this upcoming week, and we'll try to schedule something. Okay. How does everybody feel about Sunday nights? Mm-hmm. Dude, Josh, your mic is low, dude. This whole time? Okay. So maybe we'll plan on Sundays, but if like one of you guys that are closing doesn't work, then we'll find something different. Right. Well, I know, Josh, you have like school and stuff, though, right? Okay. Alrighty. Well, good stuff, guys. Yeah, I think Sunday might be the best day, and then we'll plan accordingly if it's not. Let's do it. Yep. All right. All right, everybody on Twitch, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And with that, session one is or session zero is over. Appreciate y'all. You have fun.